I've worked with multiple Fortune 500 companies. So, what is the biggest difference between my role as an employee and my time as an entrepreneur? That's easy. Personal stress. Think about it. When you own your own business, there's much less stress when you're in control and have influence over how to address problems and challenges. You can make the decisions and the necessary changes without someone else's approval, or worse, facing the axe of potential staff reductions. I've known people who have been blindsided and losing their jobs through no fault of their own. That's a stark contrast to being the boss. That is, having the authority that matches your responsibilities. That's huge. Never underestimate the benefits of lower stress in your work life. I had a client here in suburban Atlanta, and while his previous 20 years had been spent as an IT executive, he was looking to do something different, something that leveraged his skills in developing people. I presented a franchise concept to him that he absolutely loved, but he wasn't satisfied. He told me, "Julian, that's not big enough." In other words, the territory available to him here in Atlanta was enough to build a great business, but he was ambitious and he wanted to build an empire. The wonderful thing about franchising is that there is often a blueprint for doing just that. So to make a long story short, that's exactly what he did. He and his wife sold their Georgia home, moved to San Diego, and bought the franchise's area development rights for Southern California. Fast forward, 2 years later, he was named Franchisee of the Year while still in a high growth mode and adding to his area empire. That's just one example of how franchise business ownership can change the lives of my clients and in turn give me both tangible and intangible rewards as a career ownership coach with the Entrepreneur Source. People sometimes wonder, at what point in my career should I reach out to a career ownership coach? Actually, that is really the question of why. Why engage a career ownership coach? Because if you've ever wondered what it would be like to take ownership of your career destiny, to be self-sufficient, or to run your own business without having to invent it, then you owe it to yourself to explore what's possible. Many professionals feel like they're stuck in a subservient job of trading time for money, and they just know there's got to be a better way to make a living. Many of my clients fall into one or more of the FRED categories. I like to use the acronym FRED, F-R-E-D, to illustrate the types of clients that I work with. People who are frustrated, retired recently, entrepreneurial in spirit, or D for downsized. People in these circumstances often don't know where to start looking for viable career ownership options. And that's when they, or you, should reach out to me. I can help when it's time for you to chart a course from your career 1.0 to your career 2.0.